little feedback from today, I would focus on checking for understanding before you go on, in a real targeted way. This is authentically to you. Instead of saying any questions, because most kids who have questions, they're not going to necessarily say they have. So the way you're checking that they have understanding is by giving a targeted question. So tell me, you can say things like, tell me one thing you just learned, to kind of keep it open. Or you can say, do I add, in this case, ing or ed to make it past tense, to make it already happen. So give them a multiple choice. So I would say targeted checking for understanding versus do you understand. You can also do thumbs up, to do quick throughout the lesson. You could do thumbs up. You could do like crystal clear. That means they really understand. And then give them a targeted question to prove that they understand. And then just their learning styles. I think you want to look at how long you're talking and how much they're not doing. Because just thinking is make that short. So if they had the words that you were going to use in front of them, like you already pre-planned some of the words. Right? Talked, walked, floating. And they had those in front of them, and they got to manipulate the ed and the ing while you were writing on the board, or maybe their whiteboards in front of them too, and they're copying what you're doing. As well, or you're prompting them and then they say the answer and then you write and then everybody writes. So engaging them into some activity versus just sitting and listening. And then, so that's just kind of a strategy, and knowing that when you do that, you're reaching the multiple learning modalities, the kinesthetic learner, those modalities. So
like social emotional.
Not social emotional, but really just their style of learning. So some kids have better retention when it is just auditory. But some kids have better retention when it's the visual is done, and you had the visual, but then they needed to move a letter. The kinesthetic learner. So knowing the different modalities of learning.
Cool.
When you're planning. And once you become a classroom teacher, you'll get to know, like, were there any EL students you didn't know? I didn't tell you. So, and then I would also advise you to ask if they knew what past tense meant, because you were using words, but even if they're in first or second grade, you're still not sure if they know what that means. And then giving them an example, or asking them to give you an example. If you do ask them, what does past tense mean?
So start my lesson more with asking exactly.
So some background knowledge.
Yeah,
what you're going to teach them. That way you know whether you can speed up the lesson a little bit.
Okay. Awesome. Thank you so
good
much.
luck. It was great.
You.